Howard Stern Show.
Did you write the scene where Allison Williams gets her asshole eaten out? Was that you?
So here's what I'm going to tell you.
There's an interesting trivia fact about this.
Which is I did
write
that scene, and I directed it.
And whenever we do a sex scene for our actors, Lena and I will do we'll do a photo shoot of what it's going to look like, what
fully
we mean,
clothed,
because
we do the poses.
We've had to we've gotten so elaborate in the sex scenes, and we've had to really make some strong choices.
So sometimes they don't understand.
So we literally take pictures of ourselves doing them
in order for them to understand that. In other words, it's not going to be as graphic as it appears on the page,
right? Or this part of your butt is going to show, and this part of your side.
Yeah, so they can be prepared.
Was Allison reluctant to do that? Because that is a big decision for an actress.
Here's what I'll say. Allison was amazing about it, but what I wrote is that she was getting eaten out from behind. So what I wrote was that I thought he was going to be eating her pussy from behind. And then once we were on set, Eben made a strong actorly choice to eat her butt instead.
And motorboat it. It was the funniest thing we've ever seen.
We just couldn't believe it was real. And so you know what? You know the difference between going down on someone from behind and eating their butt.
But I wouldn't actually. I'm too germphobic. But really, that's what I think the New York Times was saying, that most of the sex, especially with Allison Williams' character, is very... it doesn't look enjoyable, and it looks like she's having a horrible time. And the one time she looked like she was on fire, having a great time, was when his tongue was up her ass.
Right.
Yeah.
And
we don't have a lot of good sex scenes.
I don't even know why that makes sense to me, but what do you think that means when you wrote that? Like, was that by intention?
Yes.
Allison had a great take on it. I remember she said that the reason she loved the scene and wasn't resistant to do the scene is because she felt that it was true growth for her character, which was this moment of abandon, and someone who had started out as so type A, surrendering to this thing that is like, a lot of even sexually adventurous people don't want to have their butts eaten.
That's right.
And so I think that she felt like it was a real step for her character, and she's such a pro. Like, if that was me, Jenny can tell you, like, I get so giggly around sex scenes and stupid and make dumb jokes and act cheesy. I think I do.
But when you wrote that...
We wrote it for the character, very specifically.
But as a woman, were you thinking, oh my God, that is such a wild thing. The guy goes down on you, but his nose is up your ass kind of thing. That would be something that would shock people, or did it make a statement?
I think, honestly, when we wrote it, we were just thinking about the visual and that it would be such an arresting way to come back in on the character. We weren't really thinking like, wow, people's brains are going to explode.
Also, we're always, I know, but we're always wrong. Like, every time we think, like, we're always like, this is going to blow their minds. No one notices.
Yes. No one knows
it's the stuff you don't think.
That's right.
Right.
Like when Shiri Appleby crawled across the floor with Adam, and it was this, like, kind of, I guess, gray area, and people started talking about, like, is it rape? And we were like, no.
We are still very sexually repressed. Isn't that the truth? I mean, in the sense that...
You mean the three of us?
Well,
four of
no,
us?
Country.
And Fred. The thing is that it really is a country that still is shocked by a flying cum scene or an ass being eaten, even with all the pornography out there and all that.
I mean, let's just say, like, what we do on girls, they do in ice cream commercials in France.
Yeah.
Right, they do.
Like, they are literally chilling there so hard.
Way, I saw a statistic, ass eating has gone up since girls. They did an evaluation.
Well, maybe that's our legacy.
Yeah.
I
would
feel like
be
there
very
was a big
proud.
moment when I was in college. There was a big moment where everyone started I feel like when I was at Oberlin, because everyone was sort of trying to twist the boundaries of propriety and gender or whatever, there was a big moment where, like, ass stuff entered heterosexual discourse.
Porn did that, because when I was in college, nobody ate anybody's ass. Nobody even who would think of this? You know what I mean?
I had a guy come up to me once at a party, and I was so shocked. An actor who I guess knew where I lived, which was with my parents, and he said, and I can barely repeat it because it made me so uncomfortable. He said, I want to take you home and eat your ass in the place where you shot tiny furniture.
Oh, my goodness.
And I felt truly ill. And then the worst thing is that I heard he asked another girl at a different party if he could eat her ass, so it wasn't even specific to me. And now I see him around.
In the place where you punched up Transformers 3.
And I want to eat your ass right where you punched up Transformers 3.
I got to be honest with you. I mean, I'm turned on by women and the idea of, sex, and I like it all. But the eating of the ass, I don't know. It's
I'm not going to
crazy.
say it's for me either.
But you've tried it. That's why you put it in the. In other words, it's all coming from your consciousness.
Do you know if she's tried it?
No,
I mean,
some of
people
it is
see
just
don't
us
write that.
literally coming
Yeah.
at,
Yeah.
running out of things. And we also, our actors, some of them have boundaries of what they'll show.